Good evening and welcome to Charles Bland Stadium. You've got YAC TV live football, high school football. We got the Dexter BEARCATS hosting the Kennett Indians this evening. I'm Ed Gargas alongside our good friend
Travis Guitermas.
You bet, Travis, and thanks again for being here with us this week. We got a couple of well, I was going to say winless, but that's exactly what I need to say. Winless teams here, 0-4 Dexter BEARCATS, 0-4 Kennett Indians. Somebody's going home a winner tonight.
No doubt about it.
So now Dexter, they've played 3 state-ranked teams and a 5A school in achieving this 0-4 record and have learned a lot in those first 4 weeks. Kennett also has some steep competition, a little young like Dexter is, as well as maybe a little undersized in some key positions. And so, but they got their quarterback running well, throwing some pretty good ball. They still got a 1,300-yard guy returned from last year.
Right, Darius Warren.
Yes, that just hasn't quite found his feet out there just yet. Now, some of that may have had something to do with the opposing defenses. Not for sure yet. I haven't been tracking that quite as closely as I should have. I apologize, viewers. But either way, it sounded like he may have started getting a little runs and a little bit going last week, and so I'm sure he's looking to capitalize on that this week.
Well, I've had a long conversation with Coach Pixley last night, and I know their strategy coming in is to jump on the Indians early, never let them in the game, try to take their confidence out from under them. This is a Bearcat team really hungry for a win. They've had a real baptism by fire this first month of the season.
Absolutely.
So they're battle-tested. We're a little banged up, but no excuses from this point out.
Absolutely. And, you know, in both teams, like we said, looking for that first win, but also kind of teetering on what could be a promising season or it could be a very disappointing season. Not saying that today is going to end this season for either team, but getting that first district win is key. Going in with 4 more games after this one to be at the end of 9 weeks and posturing for the top 4 seeds in the district versus the bottom 4 seeds, looking to get game number 10 on the home field is big.
That's right. Dexter's sitting at 6th place right now in the district. Kennett's at 7th. So this is a really big game for both teams. You want to make a run here in the second half of the season. And as you said, you want to get that 10th game at home, but you got to get into the top 4 to do it.
Absolutely. And really the only difference there is that I think Kennett's picked up a couple of extra or 20 extra points because of playing a 4A Sykeston and a 5A Poplar Bluff. They gained some points in the loss column there as opposed to
strength of schedule points as well.
Yes, and so exactly when when you're looking at your 4 opponents have a combined 3 losses,
exactly.
2 of them St. Genevieve and Sykeston being undefeated, and
3 of the 4 being state ranked.
Yes, and Crothersville's lone loss is to the number 2 ranked team in the state in Class 2. So
exactly.
Can't really say much about not having a quality loss if there is such a thing. Dexter's opponents certainly have had them. So, but we got about 5.5 minutes until kickoff. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back in a moment. Again, you're watching High School Football Live on YAC TV.
First Midwest Bank Gold Club offers special privileges for our friends who are age 50 or better and have combined deposits of $5,000. Members enjoy trips, cruises, seminars, and picnics along with free personalized bank services. Upcoming trips include Journey Through the Holy Land, Yellowstone in winter, Classic Ireland, and Hawaiian Paradise Cruise. Stop by any First Midwest Bank location to sign up for the Gold Club. It's absolutely free. First Midwest Bank, providing common sense financial solutions every day.
Check out the new specials at the Dexter Pizza Company on Business 60. Spaghetti and Meatball Monday. Take Home Tuesday. 60-cent wings on Wednesday. $1 meal drinks on Thirsty Thursday. $2 off extra large pizzas on Fill Me Up Friday. Free salad with any meal on Saturday Salad Day. And Stuff Yourself Sunday. Bring your church bulletin for free drinks with buffet. Delivery available in Dexter and Bloomfield. That's the Dexter Pizza Company, 624-7499.
At First National Bank, we are committed to helping our communities thrive and grow by providing a solid financial foundation on which our neighbors can build their dreams. Banking decisions are made here in our communities where we understand the needs of our customers. We service our loans in-house and don't sell your loans off to other banks with whom you have no personal relationship. Come, let us help you reach your dreams. First National Bank, with 4 convenient locations to serve you. First National Bank, believing in community, preparing for the future.
Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance is celebrating our 100th year. We started protecting rural farmers way back in 1910, insuring folks no one else would. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance has been a family business for 4 generations, and we continue that tradition today, providing solid home, farm, and commercial insurance at very competitive rates. When the ice storm hit us, we were out there with you. All of our claims were processed within days, and we will continue to provide the best coverage and the best service for the next 100 years. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance, a century of service.
And we're back. There you see the Dexter Bearcats just stormed the field here at Bland Stadium in Dexter, Missouri. We got the Kennett Indians on the far side. We'll be seeing the captains come across, meeting out at center midfield there in a moment here, Travis. So ought to be well, it's not ought to be. It is a beautiful night for football.
No doubt.
Both towns had some rough weather this morning, more so in Kennett than up here. But the rain stopped in Dexter about by 10 a.m. and by early afternoon, the clouds had pushed all through. So we got a beautiful, clear night tonight, and ought to be a great temperature, a little bit of a breeze, and ought to be a great night of football. Got the Stoddard County Fair going on this weekend, or all this week.
We were out there last night.
Good deal. Had the parade Tuesday night, and so a lot of people in the stands tonight already here for this Dexter Bearcat football game, and you'll see a lot of jerseys in red and black out at the fair afterwards. So it looks like the captains for Dexter are number 52, that being Dylan Aaron. Dylan out, I think, for the year. Or
with a knee
ACL.
Injury, yes, torn ACL. Tough break for the senior.
Number 50, Chase Snow. Number 3, Chase Young. And number 10, Ryan Joyner.
Joyner also banged up, along with Brad Wick. We get starter Jonathan Page back tonight at tight end and also on defensive end on the defensive side of the ball, so that'll give Dexter a big boost.
And the captains for Kennett, they're number 4, their starting quarterback, Declan Wallace. Friends call him DK. We'll try to remember to do that as well. Then number 72 is Kaylin Gardner. And then number 67. I'm missing number 67. Maybe our... Oh, that's Bud Hilburn, number 67. I saw his name in the book. Let me see what they got him. Oh, they got him listed as number 42. So we're going to change Bud here to number 67. Charlie, and I apologize, but we'll get it right the rest of the game, hopefully. And Bud, he went through the summer with several injuries. He was very excited to get cleared by his doctor late August or early August, so he'd be out on the football field with his teammates this year.
Dexter has won the toss and has elected to receive.
So Dexter wins the toss, and they're going to receive. Coach Pixley's strategy, as we said before, is he wants to get out on top, hit Kennett hard, and kind of take their confidence out of the game a little bit.
That's right.
He's been successful, extremely successful with it the last couple of years.
That's right. Coach Pixley's never lost to Kennett, and I know he doesn't intend to start tonight.
Absolutely. Now, we talked a little bit about it on the news today also and didn't want to jinx him, but this is the 13th meeting under Coach Pixley. So don't want to put an unlucky number out there or anything like that, but best of luck to both teams. Want to remind everybody, let us know what you think about the broadcast. Throughout the broadcast, you see at the bottom of your screen there, sports at yhctv.com. We'd love to hear from you, and all appropriate comments, we'll make sure we get the shout out over the airways and over the internet. We are broadcasting live, channel 21 throughout the New Wave cable system, as well as at www.yhctv.com on the internet. So I know we've got our good friend Charlie Brown down in Kennett tuned in on the internet while he's out in San Diego. I believe we'll see his son Chaz out on the football field quite a bit this evening. And so here we go. We got number 54 is Antonio Primer kicking the ball for the Indians. Ball deep. Gets past Ryan Joyner and goes out of bounds at about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Smart play by Ryan there to let it go out of bounds. That's going to give Dexter good field position to start off, Ed.
Absolutely. It'll be set, I think, at the, is it the 25?
I believe that's right, yes.
We'll find out just a second, won't we?
A lot better than the 2-yard line where it went out of bounds.
Absolutely. So good heads-up play there by Joyner.
Ed, the Dexter Deep offense has really struggled in the first 4 games, but they've played 4 top-notch opponents, and I know they're really looking to get on track tonight.
Absolutely, and the ball's going to be set at the 35-yard line, not the 25 trap. So even better for the Dexter Bearcats. DJ mishandles the snap, tries to shuttle it over to Ryan Joyner, and there's a fumble on the very first play recovered by the Indians. So with 5 seconds left or gone on the clock, first miscue by the Bearcats.
And that's the last thing Coach Pixley wanted to see on the first play of the game.
Absolutely. So there we see Declan Wallace lining up his offense as Coach calling in the play from the sideline. Corey Atkinson, the head coach for the Kennett Indians, assisted by Ben Foster, Aaron New, Lance Penn, and Jordan Penn. Yes. DK Wallace there being a number 4, junior quarterback. Ball handed off, number 25, Trayvon Bradford. Snuffed out at the line, maybe a gain of 1. Looks like a loss of 1.
He broke an initial tackle, but then a gang of red shirts brought him down in a hurry, Ed.
And that's what Coach Pixley likes to see. It's not a one-man tackle. It's everybody tackling on those
plays.
That's right.
Swarm to the football.
And number 10 there breaks the tackle. Stepped out of bounds. So a nice run there by Akeem Nelson. Looks like he makes the first down. But had he not stepped out, he only had one Bearcat to beat, I believe, Trav. There's
I think
a
we're
replay.
going to see a lot of this from Kennett tonight. It's been the real bane for the Dexter defense this year, Ed, that sweep around the end. We've been real vulnerable to it all year long.
25 cuts back up. Trayvon Bradford again for a short gain. Looks like they're going to give him 3. Bring up 2nd and 7.
Second and 8 for the Indians.
This time Wallace looking to keep it.
Flag on the play.
Short gain down at about the 10. Should be a gain of 3. We'll see what the holding
call against the
Kennett.
Indians.
So to come back from the spot of the foul.
Dexter defense did a much better job on that play, Ed, containing that sweep around the end. Didn't give up a lot of yardage there. And they're going to be helped by the fact that Kenyon committed a foul and going to move back 10 yards.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 18. Here the Indians coaches calling in the play. Pass. Wallace nowhere to go. Cuts it up the middle. Tucks. Runs it. Nice tackle there by the Bearcats. A gain of about 3. Maybe 2.
Wallace catching himself. He was brought down by number 11, Holden Bruce.
Looked like a bit of a busted play there by Kennett. Declan didn't look like he knew quite what to do with the football on that play, but he turned nothing into a little something there.
See all those Indian skill positions wearing the armbands, and they're all checking it. And
first pass.
Declan pass, gets it out to number 10, Akeem Nelson. Complete, brought down by number 1,
Trevor Waldner.
Waldner, I believe, Defensive Player of the Week last week against Crothersville.
And certainly earned that honor.
And so another short gain, but now is 4th and 6.
4th and 6 for the Indians.
big early defensive stand here for Dexter.
Wallace looking to throw. Snuffed out of the pocket. Off his bad foot. Just a little high toot for Akeem Nelson.
Boy, just off his hands. He was wide open, Ed.
So they attribute that to the rush defense of the Bearcats, not allowing DK to set on that pass. But Akeem Nelson certainly made a great, valiant effort, or made it look like he might have jumped just a half second soon. But either way about it, tip your hat to the Bearcat defense for forcing that pass a little sooner than DK wanted to throw it, I believe.
Good pressure on Wallace there. Now let's see if Dexter can take care of the football with their second possession. Dodged a bullet there, Ed. Need to get it going here.
You bet. Joyner hit immediately in the backfield. Looks like for no gain.
Joyner, the ball carrier, he was brought down by number 9, Ron McPherson.
And DJ fumbled that snap again around. He didn't put it on the ground, but he didn't handle it cleanly either, Ed. Hopefully not an indication of the way the rest of this game is going to go.
That was number 9, Brian McPherson, on the tackle for the Indians. DJ pitches it out. Turns the corner, Chase Young. Right at the first down marker. We'll see where they spot it. But a nice execution by DJ, bring the defense to him, and then pitching at the last minute, springing Chase Young around the end.
That's a new play that Dexter has worked into practice this week, trying to run that option with Chase Young out of the backfield. We've got a lot of banged-up running backs, Ed. Nice wrinkle added by Coach Pixley and his coaching staff, and they ran it well.
Absolutely, and it was able to get the first down, so we'll bring up 1st and 10 at the 24.
Got DJ under center now.
Joyner and DJ bump in. He's hitting the backfield, and he's going to be brought down for about a 1-yard loss, maybe not quite that far, by a gang of Indians.
Haven't had a clean handoff yet so far to start this game, Ed. They're really going to have to get on the same page.
Joyner and Brad Wicks, both seniors, been banged up a little bit, and I don't believe they took any snaps all week long.
Half pads for both of them.
So far, it would appear the Indians are winning the battle at the line.
So far, yes, they are. First patch
DJ
now by
back
DJ.
To pass. Going deep to Chase Young, complete. Brought down at the 49. So about a 25-yard completion for DJ to Young.
But it's coming back, holding against Dexter.
Holding against the Bearcats.
Well, that'll take a little excitement out of the whole thing, won't it?
Both teams shooting themselves in the foot early on with penalties. That moves Dexter back inside their own 10-yard line. So the Bearcats are in a deep, deep hole here on 2nd down and a mile.
And 2nd and 25. DJ again looking to pass. Gets it to Joyner in the backfield. Breaks the tackle, cuts up the middle. Bust a couple more tackles. Oh, excuse me, that's number 45.
Jonathan Fells.
Yeah, nice run there by Jonathan.
Jonathan's got some speed, and he's shown in the first 4 weeks of the season that if you can get him the ball in the open field, he can make some things happen.
And here you see he splits the defenders, busts right through, but one more, so brings up a 3rd and 9. DJ rolling. Pass complete to Chase Young. Looks like with the slide, he's going to be about a yard short. Needed to get almost to the 35, and they're going to put him down at about the 32 and a half.
Interesting decision now here for Coach Pixley.
So they're calling it a 4th and 3 from the press box below, but short 3.
Looks closer than that from our perspective. And Coach Pixley's going to go for it.
See if we see a hard count here and try to draw the defense off sides.
Wouldn't be surprised.
There
it is.
We don't like to say the names and the numbers of the students that make the mistake like that, but we let the people from the TV and the computer monitor see for themselves. But it's exactly, I believe, because you saw DJ give the hard head count, and first count there, Indian just very aggressive to make that stop, and it benefited the Bearcats this time around.
Those are the kind of mental mistakes that give coaches gray hairs, Ed.
Absolutely. Joyner again stacked up at the line of scrimmage for no gain, maybe a yard. Looks like they're going to give him a yard on the spot.
Number 74, Dusty Hamlet, along with number 9, Brian McPherson. Pick up a 1 on play.
And it looks like number 74, Dusty Hamlet on the tackle, assisted by Brian McPherson. Second and 9. Break the handoff. Dowdy. Heavy pursuit. Well defended by number 25, Trayvon Bradford.
3rd and 9 for the Bearcats.
Good defense there by the Indians. I think if DJ is not nursing that high ankle sprain, he probably would have taken off and run with that football. He had some green turf in front of him.
There we see Brad Wick checking in the ball game, bringing in the play. Again, good pursuit by the Kennett Indians. Well defended as the...
And DJ threw that pass behind Jonathan Fells there. And now the punt team comes out for Dexter. Number 41, Hunter Hayes, the Dexter punter. He's had a good season kicking the football for the Bearcats.
Got our first email of the night from Dave Ellinghouse, looking to get the big W for the Dexter Bearcats. Dave, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Appreciate the email. Punts off and will not be returned. It's going to roll dead at about the Kennett Indian 24.
Got a flag on the play there, Ed. I think we're going to have a block in the back against Kennett. This is going to move the Indians back a little further. Another mental mistake there by Kennett. A silly foul, well away from the ball that wasn't going to be returned anyway. I'm sure his coaches are going to have a talk with him on the sideline about those kind of things. Emotion is good. You want to channel that, but you can't let it get a hold of you.
You bet. So the Indians will start at their 15-yard line. Trav, if you take a nice look at the field tonight, you should be impressed as it's in as great condition thanks to Turf Renovations. Turf Renovations is responsible for outstanding field services, not only this field, but numerous ones in the area such as Sykeston, Portageville, and area baseball fields as well. So Turf Renovations prides themselves on providing the best playing surfaces. There we see DK Wallace hands off the ball to Bradford again. He's brought down after about a 6-yard gain. But again, Turf Renovation prides themselves on providing the best playing surface possible for the area's athletes. Special thanks to Turf Renovations. To check out their other projects, go to turfrenovations.com.
Another nice tackle there on Kennett's first play by Trevor Waldner. Declan hands the ball off again, nothing much.
There Bradford grinds out a couple, so they'll bring up third and about 4.
Ed, we've still seen no sign of Kennett's returning 1,200-yard runner there, Darius Warren. Got to wonder if that young man's not hurt in some way.
Good pursuit by the Bearcat defense.
Yeah, he's going to be well short of the first down.
Wallace kicking himself. He was brought down by number 50, Chase Snow.
Had a swarm of Bearcat defenders there once again on that play, Ed, and I know that's what Coach Lumica likes to see out of his defense. Chase Snow made the initial tackle, and then a gang of Bearcats really brought him down. Indians now facing a 4th down, and looks like 4 to go. Well, they're going to have a measurement.
Let Coach see exactly how far he has to go. Because that was 4 yards to go on 3rd down, and he should be just inches short. So, yeah, just
nose of the football.
4 and 1 inch to the Indians.
Dexter had initially stopped him well short, but DK kept those legs moving, and he got a few extra yards.
see if we see a hard count here by the Indians. Nope. Wallace going to keep it straight up the middle.
And he made the first down with yards to spare.
Good job there also by the center, Chaz Brown, in assisting and opening up that number 2 hole for the quarterback. So Charlie, out in San Diego, there you go. We're making some acknowledgments for you. Slight mishandle of the snap, and Bearcats reacted appropriately. And going to be about a 1 yard, maybe 2 yard loss.
He was brought down by number 51, Logan Quatermas.
Who was that made that tackle?
Number 51, Logan Quatermas. I think I know him from somewhere. Having a good season on the defensive line for Dexter.
Wallace with the pitch. Bradford turns it upfield, gets brought down at the original line of scrimmage, so we'll bring up 3rd and 10. Nice tackle there by Ryan Joyner, assisted by Jonathan Fells. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, Trav, that those red jerseys with black numbers sure do make these old eyes have to work hard.
They do indeed. All 4 of mine working overtime here and still having a hard time.
Pass complete to Brian McPherson. He gets out for about a 5 yard gain. Bringing up 4th and 4.
And Kennett sends out the punt team. Dexter ought to come away with this with good field position.
We'll see Chase Young go deep for the punt return.
Special teams has been a real strength for Dexter this year. So hopefully Chase can return this like he did last week against Caruthersville and set the Bearcat offense up in good field position.
Punt off, low, and out of bounds at about the 20-22 yard line.
Good punt there from Kennett.
That was number 14, Kendall Jones, on the punt.
He kicked that ball well away from Chase Young. Coach Atkinson and the Kennett staff well aware of Chase Young's ability.
We want to remind everybody tonight's game brought to you in part by Bagby Investments Consultants in Dexter. Bagby Investment Consultants is a fee-based advisory firm that specializes in giving investment advice, management, and financial planning services. When you're ready to pursue your investment goals, give them a call at 573-624-4771. Hand off to Ryan Joyner. Brought down, initially caught there by number 2, Torion Harper.
Nice run by Ryan on first down.
Gain of about 5, it looks like maybe 6. So we see Ethan Stevens bringing the play in for the Bearcats, and Ryan Joyner coming to the sidelines.
It does it when it's about to fail the switch.
Not going to get the penalty or the play off. So Dexter with the timeout. With that timeout, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching High School Football Live on YCTV.
Join us throughout fall at the Dexter Queen for your traditional pig basket and your favorite treat of choice. Popular new items on the menu are barbecue nachos and the barbecue tater. And don't forget that new skinny pig. And don't leave without trying our delicious Cyclone of the Month or our banana split. Our traditional hot sauce is now available in 12-ounce squeeze bottles, and Dexter Queen t-shirts are on sale as well. Order ahead by calling 624-2330 and take advantage of our new drive-thru. See you soon.
At Glen Saint and Kennett, we have all the GM lines at one location: Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glen Saint. We're always looking for new customers and friends. Come see us at our beautiful dealership in Kennett. We have a great group of people to work with for your very best deal and to save you money. It does not stop there. We also have great service people that you will enjoy. When you leave, we want you to say, "I like Glen Saint." Glen Saint, and God bless our troops.
And we're back as we come back from that timeout, as the Bearcats were not going to get the play off prior to the play clock expiring, so good heads-up timeout there by Coach. Had a little time to talk with his players. Let's see if they're able to execute his intent. A little different look. Misdirection. Nice cutback by Ryan Joyner. Gets the first down after about a 7-yard gain. Brought down at the 42. And Brandon Meek, number 6, for the Indians on the tackle. Same lineup again. New look for the Bearcats. This time they go straight forward with it. Quarterback keeping it. Gets around the outside. Held up there by number 10, Akeem Nelson, till he can get some buddies over there to help Dowdy out of bounds.
Nice pursuit there by Akeem. Did a good job tracking DJ down.
Ultimately brought out of bounds by number 32, Ridge Define, for the Indians.
Last play of the first quarter coming up here.
It's like about a 2nd and 6. Long 6, short 7. Whatever your preference is there.
We'll go with the short 6.
Yes. And we have a flag on the play.
False start. How can it be a false start when you didn't even call set?
It was an illegal substitution.
Well, that's not the indication the referee made.
Oh, I think they're using that for illegal procedure.
Okay.
Or maybe they just been watching the backups in the NFL. I thought it was okay to do it on a Friday night as well. Yeah. Absolutely not. We got a fine refereeing, officiating crew in here this evening, and we always take pride in their work, and as do they. And so Dowdy brought down by number 67. That being Bud Hilburn. So there you go. To end the first quarter, With that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching live high school football on YHC TV.
You'll receive a higher grade of home care from A-Plus Medical Equipment, the only locally owned home medical equipment provider in Dexter and the surrounding area. We offer numerous services to provide for your home medical needs. And coming soon to A-Plus Medical, diabetic shoes. Stop by and see our large selection in our display room. If you're not satisfied with your current provider's service, call A-Plus Medical Equipment at 624-2300 or visit us at our location behind the Hickory Log Restaurant in Dexter.
Baker Implement Company in Malden, your local source for everyday hardware essentials such as shovels, tools, mower, and welding parts. Now offering all new Case IH apparel for all ages, including kids. Of course, we've got the big tractors, but we have toy tractors too. A great gift for a future farmer. Check out our Bush Hog zero-turn lawnmowers and visit our friendly staff off of Highway 25 south of Malden.
And there you see the Dexter High School class of 1962 in town for their 50th anniversary high school reunion. So scoreless first quarter. Dexter Bearcats with the ball on the 3rd and 23 following the illegal substitution and the sack. DJ looking to pass. It goes deep. Chase Young complete.
Nice throw by
for
DJ.
a first down as he's out of bounds at the Kennett Indian 44-yard line.
Huge play for Dexter. Big momentum shifter. Let's see if now the Bearcats can take advantage of this.
Well defended by number 10, Akeem Nelson, but the pass over the defense. But then Akeem able to recover and ensure Chase knocked out of bounds there on that reception.
And the key there, Ed, was our offensive line gave DJ time to set and throw the ball. If we can do more of that, he's going to be deadly tonight.
We just got the first quarter stats in from our good friend Brett Dorton. We see DJ with the keeper there, busts through the center and of a couple of defenders and gets a gain of about 7, maybe 8. So throughout this quarter, Travis, we'll try to incorporate a few of these first quarter stats into the game.
In the first quarter, Kennett's leading rusher was Akeem Nelson. He had 1 rush for 15 yards. Dexter's leading rusher was Ryan Joyner. He had 5 attempts for 18 yards. Declan Wallace was 2 for 3 for 16 yards. DJ Dowdy 2 for 4 for 25 yards.
Timeout Dexter, as Coach Pixley didn't like what he saw, so he wanted to call it, make sure he got it right. So with that timeout, we're going to take another quick break. You're watching High School Football Live on YHC TV.
I think what I want people to know most about me is that I'm not afraid to work. And I'm ready to put my skills to work here in the 25th District and make things better for the citizens and the young folks here in southeast Missouri to have an opportunity. Here we are in 2012. It's hard to believe, but I've been in business 41 years now. I'm ready to step out and do some public service. I'm Doug Leibler, and I would really appreciate your vote on Election Day.
Paid for by Doug Leibler for Senate, Herman Stiles Jr. Treasurer.
Montgomery Bank is a family-owned bank that has been providing easier and friendlier financial solutions to our customers since 1957. Montgomery Bank and its employees are very proud to be a part of and serve the Dexter community. Our commitment to provide both financial and volunteer support to our area is a part of our corporate culture, which is to give back to the communities we serve. The employees would like to wish the Dexter Bearcats the best of luck this season. To learn more about Montgomery Bank, visit our location at 140 South Walnut or online at montgomerybank.com. Montgomery Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back as we see it. Dowdy back to pass, but he's sacked by number 54, Antonio Primer. Good pursuit by the Indians as the protection just broke down before the receivers could break free, just as Dowdy was trying to step into his throw there.
In the first quarter, Ed, Kennett outrushed Dexter 33 yards to 17 yards for the Bearcats.
Dowdy back to pass, dumps it off to Joyner, shakes one tackle, he's got a little room, cuts back, Gets out to the outside, one
man to beat.
Cuts back in, held up, and brought down at about the 5-yard line. So nice run. 37-yard run by Ryan Joyner.
Ryan broke several tackles there. Nice little dump off from DJ. He made a lot of what they call yak yardage there, Ed. Yards after catch. And so Ryan made it happen there.
Akeem Nelson on the tackle, assisted by one of his buddies over there. I think it might have been a Bradford, but not for sure. Draw play to Fells. Gain of very little.
Second and goal for the Bearcats.
So now 2nd and goal for the Bearcats. Little mishandle on the snap there. Looked like Dowdy wanted to give it to the fullback. So a loss of about a yard.
That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen Dexter do that tonight. For some reason, DJ and his running backs just aren't on the same page.
He's got.
Pass incomplete.
Yeah. So pass intended, I think, for. Can't see the number there. I thought it was Brad Wick. Looked like he may have had Chase Young open in the end zone.
Wide open in the corner of the end zone there if he'd have just looked up a little bit and saw him.
But yes, Brad Wick was who coming across the middle. So brings up 4th and goal. Joyner in the backfield. DJ looking. Swings out. Got a penalty flag. Dowdy going to be short of the goal line as he's hit by number 10, Akeem Nelson. We'll see what the penalty is. Is this 4th down? Kind of came in the position of the field. Yes, a holding against the Bearcats.
I'm sure Kennett will decline this and take the football. And that's exactly what's happened. So the Kennett Indians make a big defensive stand, and they force the Bearcats to turn it over on downs. Now let's see if the Dexter defense can rise to the occasion and stuff the Indians here.
Hey, Trey, I want to remind everybody Dexter Pizza Company is now under new ownership and have returned to the classic recipes. A lunch buffet is available daily along with the popular cookie dough pizza. Call 573-624-7499 to order or visit them out on Business 60 West. DK Wallace in the shotgun. Looking to run it. Tucks it, keep.
Got another flag down.
But he's brought down by Trevor Waldner. No, Ryan Joyner on the tackle, excuse me.
This is probably going to be another holding call.
Holding on the Indians.
That's really going to put them in the shadow of the goal line now, Ed.
Yes, it'll be half the distance to the goal, so it'll be at about the 2.5-yard line. So 1st and about 12.5. Wallace looking right. Intercepted.
Picked off.
The ball a little underthrown, intended for Brian McPherson. Intercepted by Chase Young, I believe. Nope. Number 31, excuse me. That's Austin Aldridge.
Hey, the sophomore.
Absolutely, and his daddy was a quarterback for the Kennett Indians in high school.
Is that?
But Austin saw the pass. Good look there at the quarterback, able to sneak up underneath the receiver.
Read it well. Again, credit the Dexter pass rush. They forced Declan Wallace to throw that ball a little sooner than I think he wanted to. And it was well underthrown and well read by Austin Aldridge for the interception.
So 1st and goal from the 20. Hand off to Joyner, breaks the tackle. Breaks another, drug down, finally brought down by Akeem Nelson, but not until after he drags him 5 yards. It looks like it will be a 1st down.
Good hard running there from Ryan Joyner, having by far his best year running best game running the football for Dexter.
1st and goal just inside the 5-yard line for the Bearcats.
So
As
here
you
we
said,
go.
Nice hard run by Joyner.
Here we go again, Ed. See if the Dexter Bearcats can punch it in, or will the Kennett defense rise to the occasion once more?
Hand off to Young, snuffed at the line of scrimmage. Got to be a loss of about 1. So 2nd goal from the 6. And that's number 89, Trey Jones on the stop.
This has been one of Coach Pixley's real concerns this year so far, Ed, is the Dexter offense's inability to finish drives. Hopefully they can get it done here.
We got an official timeout as we get an equipment repair. Looked like a chin strap had come undone. We're now ready to go. There's the whistle.
Yep, Coach Pixley was not happy about something. I think they had the wrong formation or the wrong personnel in there.
So with that timeout, we're going to take another break. Again, you're watching high school football live on YHC TV.
For lunch, supper, anytime, the best food in Dexter is always Pizza Hut Wing Street. Our famous pizzas are handmade with all natural ingredients, no fillers, no preservatives. For a quick lunch, try our buffet. Eat all you want. Our delicious pasta selections will soon be your family favorite. And Wing Street wings are perfect for get-togethers. Wing it like a pro. Add potato wedges, dunkers, or mini pies with a 2-liter of your favorite Pepsi product, and you've got a full meal. There's always something good cooking at your Dexter Pizza Hut. Call or order online today.
A proven leader dedicated to fairness and justice. Rob Mayer has handled over 2,300 criminal and civil cases during his 15 years as attorney. Rob Mayer believes every citizen who enters our courts deserves to be heard and treated with respect. They want their case handled fairly and in an impartial manner, based on the law and the facts of the case. As your judge, Rob Mayer will be guided by those principles. He earned your trust in Jefferson City. Now let's put him to work at home. Leadership you know, values you can trust. Vote Rob Mayer for Circuit Judge. Paid for by Missourians for Mayor, Nancy Mayer, Treasurer.
And we're back. Hand off to Joyner. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by number 5 and Harold Wheaton. Number 9, Brian McPherson with the stop. Gain of about a yard, so still the 3rd and goal from the 5 or just inside of it.
McPherson's having a big night for the Kennett defense.
There's
Offsides
again the hard
against
count,
Kennett.
so that'll get them a couple more yards instead of go half the distance. They step off the yardage there. Dowdy back out on the field after talking it over with Coach Pixley.
3rd and goal for 2.
Dowdy looking to run himself. Turns the corner, dives, and he's in for the touchdown. Some nice run there by DJ Dowdy. As it looked like number 54, Antonio Primer, had a shot at him.
DJ just slipped that tackle nicely. Big Antonio Primer, he's a big part of that Kennett Indian basketball team, but he missed his block right there. Missed his tackle, I should say.
Wick in to kick for the Bearcats. Ball's down, kicks up. And it is good. So the Bearcats on the board first with the lead, 7-0, with just under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Hey, we want to remind everybody, winning on the football field doesn't happen by accidents. Players and coaches work throughout the long summer, conditioning for the rigors of competition. Practice upon practice. The lessons learned by our Dexter student athletes will, however, serve them well for a lifetime. Lessons of discipline and teamwork, hard work, and commitment to excellence. At Bank of Advance, we believe in the character that sports helps to build, and we're proud to help support athletes on the field and in the classroom. Bank of Advance, where a handshake still matters. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Also, we'll remind everybody, Pizza Hut current specials. They got the big box dinner. It's back with 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 5 breadsticks, and your choice of 8 wings, stuffed pizza rollers, or Tuscany pasta for just $19.99. Follow Pizza Hut on Facebook and Twitter to receive special offers exclusive to fans and followers. Give them a call at 573-624-5333. And then, lastly but not least, kickoffs tonight brought to you by Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes in Dexter and Bernie. We'll get to them in just a moment as we see Bragg lined up for the kick. Short kick by number 6. It looked like Brandon Meek with the reception there, but Rainey Mathis, they're dedicated to providing services to the families of Southeast Missouri with care and compassion. Rainey Mathis will take the time to plan every detail and help to relieve the burden on your family during your time of loss. Visit Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes online at mathisfuneralhomes.com. So that's a good heads-up play there by number 6, Brandon Meek.
I'm not sure he meant to catch that. There it was.
Wallace with the keeper. He follows up. Look through the 5-hole there, but it gets a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards.
He was brought down by number 40.
To bring up a 2nd and 7 from the Bearcat 48. 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Wallace again looking to roll out.
Keep it.
No place to pitch it. Nice defense there by the Bearcats. He's brought down by Joyner, number 10 and number 7, Ethan Stevens.
Yeah, DK couldn't make up his mind whether to pull the trigger on that option play or not, and it cost him.
Well, it looked like he couldn't get the defense to commit to him, and he wasn't going to be able to spring his tailback there free to the outside. So he may have done the right thing in just keeping it himself and not risk the pitch and the loss of yards. And there we had the flag, offsides on the Bearcats, or they call it encroachment maybe at the high school level.
Encroachment against the Bearcats.
That'll give Kennett a first down.
So 1st and 10 from the Bearcat 40, just inside of it.
Dexter a little over-eager on that play, and it cost him.
Wallace looking to sprint to the outside. He's got a little open field. Gets around the D-back. Runs for the first down. Out of bounds. That just inside the 30 at the 29.
Dodged a couple of Dexter tacklers there, Ed.
Good run there by Wallace.
First down will be 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line.
Pass a little behind the intended receiver, Akeem Nelson. Had to be hurried as number 51.
Logan Quartermas was bearing down hard.
Pressuring the quarterback. So nice play there by Logan.
He came through that through the line there virtually untouched.
Wallace looking to keep it, trying to get outside, turn the corner. Nice block there by number 10. Hakeem Nelson on Chase Young, freeing him up for a first down. Run out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
That run good for Kent, first down.
Hand off to Bradford, tries to go up the middle, not going to make it.
Bradford, the ball carrier.
Looked like number 45, Fells, on the leading the tackle there for the Bearcats.
Nice swarming tackle there by the Bearcats defense. Won't be surprised to see Kennett go right back to DK on this. He's really taken this offense over here on this drive.
And there you go. Tries to go right up behind tight end there. Gets a gain of about 2.
Wallace taking himself. He was brought down by number 10, Ryan Joyner.
Ryan Joyner, number 10 for the Bearcats on the stop. Brings up 3rd and 7 from the 9. Okay, now they're going to set it at the 8, so it'll be 3rd and 6. Just under 4.5 to go here in the first half. Mishandled the snap, had to fall on it. Good pursuit there. Number 50, Chase No for the Bearcats. Fiddler's bringing in some snacks and meals for the press box for halftime. Tony and her crew always do a wonderful job, especially since she always brings me an unsweet tea in the process.
Big 4th down here for Kennett, Ed.
Absolutely. They've had a couple of stops. Kennett have been threatening and in the red zone more than once this evening. Wallace looking to pass this time. Good protection by the Indians. He's got Hakeem Nelson.
He's out of bounds.
Busted up by, I think, Ethan Stevens. Nope, Trevor Waldner. Pass intended for Nelson. So Bearcats take over on downs.
Yep, incomplete pass. I thought initially he caught that out of bounds, but it was incomplete. The Bearcats will take over on downs. Nice defensive stand by the Bearcats there, Ed.
So 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Personnel change on the Bearcats. Gets the play off. Wicks breaks the tackle, busts out over the 15-yard line to about the 16 for a gain of 4 yards.
He was brought down by number 22, Cameron Harper.
Joyner the tailback. Dowdy looking to throw. Finds him out in the flag. There you go. Runs up the end zone. Out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line for a first down.
Was that Chase Young on the reception?
No.
Who was
I believe it was Ryan Joyner out of the backfield.
Ryan Joyner out of the backfield? All right.
First down, first and 10 from the 36-yard line.
But it could have been Fells now that I think, again, I just couldn't see the number. And I was watching the quarterback and didn't watch the backs run their routes. And here's the handoff to Joyner. Cuts it back up the middle. Nice run, breaks some tackles.
Another first down.
Right there, it looked like Torian Harper tried to go for the ball and not the tackle at that time, and Joyner able to hang on and shake loose and get the first down.
Ryan broke several tackles there. He's really running the ball hard tonight. As I said earlier, having by far his best performance this season at running back.
So the Bearcats starting to have a little success up the middle. There you go, right back at it. Number 45, that being Jonathan Fells.
Nice pickup on first down, about 4 yards.
Looks like they're going to measuring for 3. I'd rather have the 4, though. But, of course, they're not asking me.
And they didn't listen to me.
And we had such a great angle right here at the 50-yard line.
You would think they would just go with what we said.
Wicks cuts it back up, breaks a couple tackles, being brought down eventually by number 50, Devontae Chapman, but not until after he carries him 4 or 5 extra yards for a first down, a gain of about 10.
And I tell you what, Ed, this Dexter offensive line, very young, a little undersized, but they're really taking charge down there on the line of scrimmage right now, opening up some big holes for Wick and Joyner and Fells to run through.
And off the Joyner, he's wrapped up by number 50, Devontae Chapman. Looked like number 22, Cameron Harper, also in on the stop.
Clock starting to work against the Bearcats here, Ed. Only about a minute 15 left in the first half here.
And I believe they're out of
might want
timeouts.
to open this up.
And I believe Dexter is out of timeouts.
They've used all 3. That's correct.
Dowdy looking to throw, sets, across the middle, broken
Incomplete.
up. Good defense there. The pass was intended.
Number 22, that would be Cameron Harper. Closed nicely on the ball there, just a little underthrown by DJ. Nice block in the backfield there by Ryan Joyner to give DJ time to get that pass off.
Pass intended for Jonathan Fells, or excuse me, Jonathan Page, number 42.
Under a minute now, 52 seconds left in the first half.
3rd and 12. Across the middle, complete to Chase Young, brought down by number 10, Akeem Nelson.
We've called his name a lot tonight, Ed. He's having a big night for the Kennett Indians on both sides of the football, and he was the only thing between Chase Young and Pay Dirt on that play.
The clock stops to set the chains, and now it starts. 46 seconds to go here in the first half. Bearcats, Dowdy keeps it himself after the fake, but he's brought down, hit pretty hard by Cameron Harper there after a gain of about 3. Play is over. Now we got flags flying as
they got
continue to
looks like
tangle
we
for
got
the
a
ball.
scrub down there, and some players are losing the cool.
That stops the clock at 30 seconds.
Might have offsetting penalties here. No signal yet from our officials.
They're talking it over.
It's going to be a big call here.
Personal foul Dexter, first call. Personal foul Kennett.
Yeah, just like I thought,
So
going to be offsetting.
Offsetting personal foul penalty. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Bearcats.
So 2nd and 8 for the Bearcats. 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Oh, nice rush there by Bron McPherson. As Dowdy never really had a chance. He's brought down at the Bearcat 32.
Yeah, Brad Wick missed the block there with McPherson coming in off the corner. DJ never had a chance there.
So we'll see. We may just let it tick off as there's 8 seconds to go. Maybe they'll snap it with the final play. There it is. Dowdy going deep. He's
And
picked off by number 6, Brandon Meek. But with that, we heard a whistle for the end of the half. So at the end of the first half, Dexter Bearcats on top, 7-0. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with your halftime stats and some other. Again, you're watching high school football live on YHC TV.
The Powder Room of Dexter has new ownership, but still the same great bare minerals and Mario Badescu. All new lines featuring Lily Pulitzer and Lottie Dottie jewelry. The Powder Room of Dexter now has women's clothing featuring Gypsy Junkies and Mud Pie, with new lines being added every week. We still offer the same great Princess and Little Divas parties starting at age 3 and up. Don't miss the new Bare Minerals launch at the Powder Room and Boutique of Dexter, located at 9 East Stoddard in historic downtown Dexter.
The Stoddard County Republican Club asks that you support the following candidates on Election Day this November 6th. Carol Jarrell for the 2nd District Commissioner. Danny Talkington for 1st District Commissioner. Mike Watkins for County Treasurer. Darrell Penberthy for County Coroner. Rob Mayer for Circuit Judge. Dennis Fowler for State Representative. And Doug Leibla for State Senate. Remember to vote November 6th, Election Day. Paid for by the Stoddard County Republican Club, Evelyn Griffin, Treasurer.
Professional service with care and compassion. We at Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes strive to provide you a respectable environment and services during the time of your loss. We offer numerous services including pre-planning arrangements, memorial family tributes, and webcasting for those unable to attend a service. We will listen to you and your wishes to help plan a celebration consistent with your expectations. Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes in Dexter and Bernie.
Hello, I'm Terry Swinger, and I'm a candidate for Missouri State Senate. And I'd like to wish the Dexter Bearcats and all of our area football teams a safe and successful season. Not only does football help our youth physically, but there's a lot of life skills to be learned too. Cooperation, leadership, and sportsmanship. I'd like to wish all of our area teams the best. Again, I'm Terry Swinger, I'm running for State Senate, and I would love to have your vote on November the 6th.
And folks, if you've not been to the Winchester Place, come in and take a look at this facility. You don't know what you have missed.
We are very proud of this facility. A lot of people do not realize we're here, what we can offer to them, and what a facility we have. And we would like to have people come by anytime and tour us. You won't find a better place to live or better staff to take care of you anywhere southeast Missouri. I'll guarantee it.
We are located at 400 Winchester Drive. Come down Bowman, and we sit on the corner of Bowman and Winchester.
The Bearcat Band would like to thank you for your attendance and appreciation. We would especially like to thank the administration, board, community businesses, and band parents for their support for our program. You have been an integral part of helping our band become one of the premier bands in the state.
And we're back as we see the Dexter Bearcats finishing their halftime warm-ups. Trav, real quick, we'll hit some team stats, and I'll let you highlight the individuals. As we look at first down, Dexter Bearcats 11 to the Indians 6. Rushing, the Dexter Bearcats 96 yards, Kennett Indians 75. Well, there were some losses in that, excuse me. So net rushing, Indians on top, 68 to 55. And then yards passing, we see the Bearcats well on top there, 127 to 16 on that. Each team with an interception. And then as we look on down here, fumbles, Dexter with 2, lost 1. And so with that, I'll turn it back over to you, and you can kind of hit some of the highlights from the individuals.
All right, for the Kennett Indians, they were led in rushing by their quarterback, Declan Wallace. He had 10 attempts for a net of 43 yards. Their leading receiver, from passing, quarterback Declan Wallace was 2 for 6 with 1 interception, 16 yards. They were led in receiving by Akeem Nelson. He had 1 reception for 11 yards. For the hometown Dexter Bearcats, they were led in rushing by Ryan Joyner. He had 9 attempts for 46 yards. Quarterback DJ Dowdy was 11 of 6 through the air with 1 interception, 127 total yards. The Bearcats were led in receiving by Chase Young. He had 3 receptions for 51 yards, and Ryan Joyner had a reception for 38 yards. Jonathan Page, newly back from injury, the tight end, had 1 reception for 20 yards. Jonathan Fells, 1 reception for 18 yards. And so the Bearcats dominating the game through the air, yardage on the ground pretty even, Ed. We ought to have a great second half.
One key statistic we found was that the Kennett Indian defense got to the Dexter quarterback 3 times, 3 sacks, and no sacks given up by the Indians in this particular case. As we see the referees asking for the captains, as they'll quickly review who will be receiving and who will be kicking off to start this half. Speaking of that, I want to remind everybody tonight's kickoffs are brought to you by Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes in Dexter and Bernie. They're dedicated to providing services to the families of Southeast Missouri with care and compassion. Rainey Mathis will take the time to plan every detail and help to relieve the burden on your family during your time of loss. Visit Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes online at mathisfuneralhomes.com. So again, Dexter Bearcats received the kick to open the game up, promptly turned it over on a fumble on the very first snap. So they will be kicking to the Indians to open up the third quarter.
Ed, I think if we had to summarize the first half for both teams, it would be a tale of missed opportunities. Dexter had the ball 3 times inside the red zone. They only came away with 1 touchdown. Kennett threatened several times as well, came away with no points. I know the respective coaching staffs really emphasize finishing drives to their respective offenses, so we'll see what we have, what adjustments are made as we get ready to kick off the second half.
So deep to receive for the Indians is Darius Warren. Now on the 1 touchdown from the Bearcats, they attempted a short kick. This time Wicks does the same. It goes touched but recovered by the Indians. They'll start off on their own 38-yard line. As it was recovered by number 16, Andre Oliver, for the Indians. So it looks like they may even place it at the 39, Travis, instead of the 30 or the 39 instead of the 38.
One interesting story for me, Ed, is what Kennett has not been doing. Not in this game, not in the first month of the season. Darius Warren is not running the football, and he has back-to-back 1,000-plus yard seasons. So just don't know the story with that young man, but that's a big weapon on the sideline for Kennett.
Maybe at a timeout we'll try to find out from the Kennett coaching staff why Warren's not running the ball nearly as much this year. So there we see a great stop by that Bearcat as Wallace tries to keep it himself. He's going to get a credit for about a 2-yard gain.
Good stop there by the Bearcats, once again swarming to the ball on the defensive stop.
Wallace looking to throw across the middle to Akeem Nelson, and Akeem had to catch, turned his head just a little too soon. Incomplete. Well defended there by number 7, Ethan Stevens, for the Bearcats.
Never had possession of the football according to our officiating crew, so no fumble on the play.
Wallace looking to throw it again. Dump it off. Nice catch, but out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Akeem Nelson with a superb catch. One-handed, brought it back into the second, but was not able to get both feet down. So it brings up a 4th and 8 as we see number 14, Kendall Jones, in the punt for the Indians. And good. Chase Young deep to receive.
Good defensive stand there by Dexter. They sent Kennett 3 and out on their first possession. Now let's see what the Bearcats can do with the football.
Punt. Young stays away as he's surrounded by the Indians, and it'll be touched by number 2, Torian Harper. The Bearcats to take over at their 28-yard line.
Smart play by Chase there. Even if he'd picked the ball up, he wasn't going in anywhere. So heads-up play, doesn't risk the turnover, and now the Bearcats take over 1st and 10 with their first possession of the third quarter.
Looks like they're going to place it at the 29, not the 28. Dexter found success moving the ball late in the game, or late in the first half. See if they're able to bring that same success back out after the halftime. Hand off to Joyner, right up the 5-hole.
Oh.
Breaks the tackle, tries to cut back, but tripped down, or slipped actually, but down at about the 49-yard line of the Bearcats.
What a shame. He just flat tripped over his own feet there, Ed. It looked like he had a lot of green field in front of him. Nice run there by Joyner to open the game. First down for the Bearcats, moving the chains.
Hand off again to Joyner. Goes to the right. Grinds out about 6.
Nice pickup on first down.
Down at about the Kennett Indian 44, almost 44, so a gain of 6, almost 7.
Ed, when you get those big gains on first down, it really opens up the playbook for the coaching staff. A lot of things you can do with 2nd and short as opposed to 2nd and long.
And what I like seeing of Joyner, too, is he's getting his feet under him. He's running downhill.
Exactly. Yeah, one thing Ryan has been doing wrong is he's been carrying the ball too high, but tonight we're seeing him carry it low, lower those shoulders, keep those feet moving, and he's picking up good yardage.
Dowdy with the pitch. Chase gets around the corner, going to be short of the first down. See, he's brought down by number 9, Brian McPherson. 3rd and short, going to be about 2.
Was a nice stiff arm there by Chase, able him to get her a little bit closer to the first down marker.
See Ethan Stevens off and Jonathan
Page,
excuse me. They're listed right beside each other on the lineup. They're number 42 and 45.
And both Jonathan.
Yes, and so I apologize for getting that, saying that wrong every time.
Timeout, Kennett.
So with that timeout, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching High School Football Live on YC TV.
First Midwest Bank Gold Club offers special privileges for our friends who are age 50 or better and have combined deposits of $5,000. Members enjoy trips, cruises, seminars, and picnics along with free personalized bank services. Upcoming trips include Journey Through the Holy Land, Yellowstone in winter, Classic Ireland, and Hawaiian Paradise Cruise. Stop by any First Midwest Bank location to sign up for the Gold Club. It's absolutely free. First Midwest Bank, providing common sense financial solutions every day.
Hello, I'm Terry Swinger, and I'm a candidate for Missouri State Senate. And I'd like to wish the Dexter Bearcats and all of our area football teams a safe and successful season. Not only does football help our youth physically, but there's a lot of life skills to be learned too. Cooperation, leadership, and sportsmanship. I'd like to wish all of our area teams the best. Again, I'm Terry Swinger, I'm running for State Senate, and I would love to have your vote on November the 6th.
And there we go, good defense by the Indians. Joyner, no place to go, and a loss of 1. Brings up 4th and 3 from the Indian 44.
And it looks like Dexter's going to go for it here. This could be a big momentum shifting event if Kennett is able to hold them here, force them out on downs.
Penalty. Looks like the Bearcats may have one too many on the field.
They sure do.
So with that penalty, Coach Pixley called for the punt team. Instead of a 4th and 3, he's going to have a 4th and 8. As we see number 41, Hunter Hayes, into punt.
Hunter's done a great job punting the football for Dexter this year. He gets a lot of hang time and gives his special teams a chance to get down there and cover the play.
And number 10, Alex Nelson, back deep for the Indians. Nice punt. Alex gets it, but he's brought down at the 5-yard line of the Indians. Great pursuit by number 45, Jonathan Fells.
Probably not the best decision there by Akeem to field that punt. That was probably going to roll into the end zone before the Bearcats could get to it, it looked to me like. But nonetheless, it is what it is, and Kennett takes over deep in their own territory, about the 5-yard line.
Trevor Walden, their number 1, also back on that coverage team for the Bearcats. Looked like he tried to do a little deception, like maybe he's going to let it go on into the end zone, and then he snagged it after that first bunt.
Yeah, could be, but he wasn't going anywhere. He had 3 Bearcats all over him.
DK on the keeper, he tries to get outside. Great play there by Trevor Waldner.
Nice open field tackle.
Wall was stepping himself. He was brought down by number 7.
So a loss of, okay, it was Ethan Stevens, number 7 on the tackle.
All right. Ethan's done a good job filling in for the injured Cody and Eldon there back at safety.
Well, the press radio, or the field announcer called it 7. I'm still thinking it's number 1 based on where we see Ethan Stevens lining up, and Trevor's out there, that outside linebacker, in position to make that last tackle.
You were probably right.
As the clock ticks down, we got timeout Kennett. That's their second.
Already of the second half, that's going to come back big at the end of the game.
And so with that timeout, we're going to take another break. You're watching High School Football Live on YC TV.
Check out the new specials at the Dexter Pizza Company on Business 60. Spaghetti and Meatball Monday. Take Home Tuesday. 60-cent wings on Wednesday. $1 meal drinks on Thirsty Thursday. $2 off extra large pizzas on Fill Me Up Friday. free salad with any meal on Saturday Salad Day. And Stuff Yourself Sunday. Bring your church bulletin for free drinks with buffet. Delivery available in Dexter and Bloomfield. That's the Dexter Pizza Company, 624-7499.
At First National Bank, we are committed to helping our communities thrive and grow by providing a solid financial foundation on which our neighbors can build their dreams. Banking decisions are made here in our communities where we understand.
And we're back. 2nd and 11. Wallace handoff to Bradford. He stumbles out. Or excuse, that was number 34, so that is Warren. There is Warren. We talked about him a lot in the first half. He's back in the ball game now, carrying the ball for the Indians.
His first carry of the game. Big third down here for the Kennett Indians. Trying to draw Dexter off sides, but so far the Bearcats aren't taking the bait.
Declan looked like he was going to hand the ball to Warren, but turned and go the other way. Nice block to spring him to corner, but he's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down, it looks like. So it looks to be like they're marking the ball at the 17. So punt team for the Indians comes back onto the field. So we see Chase Young deep to receive for the Bearcats.
Another 3 and out for the Bearcat defense. They've come out very strong, and Dexter's going to get great field position off this punt.
Looked like it may have been a busted play by the Indians as DK looked to hand the ball to Warren to go around the left, and Warren took off without the ball. And so DK tucked it.
Short kick.
Short kick. And it's going to bounce funny, but down by number 32 for the Indians. Ridge defined.
Oh, Ed,
Bearcats
I think Dexter
are going to have good field position at the Indian 32-yard line.
Dexter dodged a bullet right there. That ball almost went off of Trevor Waldner's shoe, and that would have been a Kennett football. Great field position here for Dexter as they take over for their second offensive possession of the second half. Let's see if they can convert it into some points.
Wick in motion.
Oh, no.
Going to have a movement there on the Bearcats, so they'll back up 5 yards. Travis, remind everybody, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Bagby Investment Consultants in Dexter. Bagby Investment Consultants is a fee-based advisory firm that specializes in giving investment advice, management, and financial planning services. When you're ready to pursue your investment goals, give them a call at 573-624-4771.
The penalty moved the Bearcats back. 1st and 15.
Dowdy out to pass. Looks across the middle. Reception good to Jonathan Fells. Breaks the tackle. Finally brought down at the 5-yard line.
Dowdy pass completion number 45. Jonathan Fells.
By number 25. Tackled by Trayvon Bradford for the Kennett Indians.
He broke 2 good tackles there. Jonathan's got some speed. He can make things happen in the open field.
And
Dexter's gone to him several times like that, and he's gotten big yardage every time.
So 1st and goal. Looks like they marked him down at the 7. Inside handoff there to the fullback, Brad Wick.
Right up the middle, untouched, and it's a touchdown.
Touchdown Bearcats. And now we got a flag coming late.
Could be a celebration penalty against Dexter.
So it is a touchdown. Personal foul against Dexter.
That's got to be a celebration penalty.
There you see Wick diving across. So Bradwick back in to attempt the point after.
I guess they'll assess the penalty on the kickoff.
Correct. Not quite fair to assess it on the kick. Well, at this level, maybe. But, and point after tries up.
And
no good.
No good.
Look good from here.
we don't necessarily have the very best angle on that. So, Travis, we said it in the first half, we'll say it again, but Dexter Pizza Company is now under new ownership and have returned to classic recipes. A lunch buffet is available daily along with the popular cookie dough pizza. Call 573-624-7499 to order or visit them on Business 60 West. And as the Bearcats are getting ready to line up, tonight's kickoffs are brought to you by Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes in Dexter and Bernie. They're dedicated to providing services to the families of Southeast Missouri with care and compassion. Rainey Mathis will take the time to plan every detail and help to relieve the burden of your family during your time of loss. Visit Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes online at mathisfuneralhomes.com. And there we see the yardage is assessed, and they'll be kicking from the 25. Want to remind everybody, send us an email. Let us know what you think of the broadcast. You can email us at sports@yhctv.com. Want to appreciate the emails we got in the first half. Always glad to hear from everyone. We get viewers from coast to coast, Travis. Deep this time to Warren. He goes right up the middle, breaks one tackle, but he's by a host of Bearcats with the lead hit, like number 68, that being Drew Mason for those Bearcats, bringing down Warren. So a return of about 10, maybe 12 yards. The Indians will start on their 43-yard line.
Warren just flat trucked Jonathan Fells on that run before they brought him down.
Well, he's 5'10" and 200 pounds, so a little bit bigger back than what we were seeing out of Trayvon Bradford earlier. Quick pass out to.
And it's no good.
Brian McPherson, incomplete. His pass was a little low.
Close to being a lateral there.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 for the Kennett Indians. Haven't had much offensive success here in the second half.
There's DK on the run. He's met it at the line of scrimmage. Grinds out a yard.
And early on here in the third quarter, this Dexter defensive line is really imposing its will on the Kennett Indians, and they've really shut this Kennett offense down.
As Jonathan Page on the stop, leading the stop for the Bearcats from the defensive end position. Bearcats dropping everybody back into coverage, rushing only 3, and he's hit. Pass complete to number 32, Ridge Define across the middle to the Bearcat 41-yard line.
Biggest completion of the night for the Kennett Indians. He just barely got that pass off, though. Logan Quatermas bearing down on him.
So a 14-yard completion.
Their first down of the second half.
Back to Warren. Little misdirection there, and he carries.
Warren, the ball carries for the Indians.
Run over Jonathan Fells there, but Fells with the tackle.
An assist there by Ryan Joyner.
Gain of 6. Back to Warren again, straight up the middle. Seeing grinding those legs.
He's
finally
a powerful
whistled
kid.
down right about the, looks like to be a first down as they're going to code him on the south side of the 30-yard line, the 29, which will be good for a first down. And that's what Warren brings to the game that they didn't have in the first half, is a power runner.
He's a big, strong kid. powerful legs.
Back to Warren as he cuts it back up the middle. This time snuffed out well. But number 51,
Logan Quatermas.
There you go. Gain of about 3, maybe a little shy of 3.
It looks like Kennett has decided to feed Dexter a steady Warren of young Mr. Warren here, and let's see if they can shut him down.
Well, and with his limited action in the first half, he's got fresh legs also.
Absolutely.
We see more of that benefit late in this quarter and on into the fourth. This time Declan got a following, kicks outside, cuts it back up, gets to the outside again. Nice run there by D.K. Wallace, dives in for a touchdown. So with 4:44 to go here in the third quarter, the Indians are on the scoreboard. It's a nice run there by Declan Wallace. So we see Meeks come in for the Indians, and we see the tee being tossed around. So Indians appear to be lining up to kick. Looks like Bud Hilburn, number 67, will kick the point after. DK will hold. Chaz Brown on the long snap. Ball's down, kick is up. And good. So with 4:44 to go in the third quarter, Kennett Indians on the board with 7 points. Hey, while we're looking at the teams square up for the next kickoff, you take a nice look at the field tonight, you should be impressed that it's in great condition thanks to Turf Renovations. Turf Renovations is responsible for outstanding field services on not only this field, but numerous ones in the area such as Sykeston, Portageville, and area's baseball fields as well. Turf Renovation prides themselves on providing the best playing surface possible for the area's athletes. Special thanks to Turf Renovations, and to check out their projects, go to turfrenovations.com. So we see Chase Young and Ryan Joyner will be deep for the Bearcats. Trevor Waldner, an up back. Long kicker, Antonio Primer for the Indians. Waldner with the ball as he scampers through. Contact by number 2. Then he's brought down ultimately. But that was Torian Harper with the initial hit, and Antonio Primer helping finish off. But nice return there by Trevor Waldner. So he gets the ball out to the Bearcat 43-yard line.
Well, we're going to see if this Bearcat offense can answer the Kennett drive with some points of their own.
They're going to spot it at the 44, not the 43. Brad Wick the up back, Joyner the back, hand off the back, or the Joyner. As he gets around the outside, he scampers
big yardage,
through,
he might be gone.
the gap, turns on the afterburners, and there's Ryan Joyner, one play for the touchdown. 56-yard run by Ryan Joyner to make it a 2-touchdown lead again for these Dexter Bearcats.
Well, in answer to my question, Ed, it didn't take Dexter long to answer, did it?
Not a bit, not a bit.
One play, great run there, heads up, hard running downhill by Ryan Joyner. And again, credit that offensive line for opening the hole.
And also, Brad Wick got out in front of him and took out that outside linebacker, which allowed Joyner then to just use his abilities in the open field, and he turned on the afterburners and he split the D-backs and the safety coming across and found himself in the end zone seconds later. Going for 2.
And Kennett snuffed that out in a hurry.
Good defense on Antonio Primer there with the stop. DJ Dowdy not able to get it there. Hey, winning on the football field doesn't happen by accidents. Players and coaches work throughout the long summer, conditioning for the rigors of competition, practice upon practice. The lessons learned by our Dexter student-athletes will, however, serve them well for a lifetime. Lessons of discipline and teamwork, hard work and commitment to excellence. At Bank of Advance, we believe in the character that sports help to build. We're proud to help support athletes on the field and in the classroom. Bank of Advance, where a handshake still matters. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hey, there's Rick Murray in the background as I kick the camera stand. Sorry about that, but Rick, you can't hear us, but wave at the camera. We're waving at you. There you go. You'll appreciate this when you see the replay. But Rick Murray, Monday night at the movies, but also a proud father of Jonathan Fells. And so glad to see him out in the stands tonight. Glad to see his son having a great game as well. Rick, we talked about it at noon today at the broadcast, but just in a couple of weeks it'll be Monday Night Fright Night. And, Rick will bring back Laura Ryra. And here's Warren with the reception. Goes straight up the middle, breaks some tackles. He's hit. Still on his feet. Brought down at the 45 for the Indians. So about a 20-yard return.
First and 10 to the 45-yard line.
Nice deep kick there by Brad Wick, and a nice return by Warren sets the Kennett Indian offense up in good field position, just short of midfield.
Didn't catch the numbers on the stop, but it may have been Brandon Berry, number 21. And here we go. Hand off to Warren. He's met this time. Great stop, but he won't go down. Is that number 51 leading that stop there?
I
for
believe
the
that was. That might have been Logan Quitermus. One more time. His mother at home is proud.
There it definitely was, number 51. So great stop there, Logan. Brings up 2nd and 10. Pitch out to Warren on the option. Breaks one tackle, brought down by
number 10 Ryan
Joyner with a flag on the play. Looks like they're signaling holding, and the position of the flag kind of indicates that that's going to be the call as well.
I believe you're right. This is going to back Kennett it up.
So it is holding against the Indians. From the spot of the foul, they'll go back 10 yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 20, maybe a 2nd and 21.
And when you're a team like Kennett, Ed, that hasn't had much success tonight throwing the football, these 2nd and 20, 2nd and 25s are just killers, just drive killers.
Absolutely, and it is a 2nd and 21. DK with the keeper. He tries to get outside, met by a host of Bearcats, which did a great job stringing that out. And he's going to have a slight loss. See, brought down at the 35. So that was Trevor Waldner, number 1, for the stop, assisted with Noah Cronk.
Noah Cronk is a sophomore. He's starting for the varsity now with some of these injuries the Bearcats are dealing with, but he's had a real solid season.
So 3rd and 22. Oh, as he dumps it to Warren. Warren breaks the tackle and gets a big block, but he's going to be snuffed out by a host of Bearcats there at the 30-yard line. So still a loss of 5 as the Bearcats read it well.
He was brought down by
number 50, Chase Snow, leading that host of Bearcats on that tackle. So that brings up 4th, 25.
Yeah, Warren did a good job breaking one tackle there in the backfield. I didn't catch the number of the Bearcat defender that got after him initially, but good pursuit there by Chase Snow off the defensive line to bring him down.
I believe it was number 45, Jonathan Fells, with the initial contact.
And another shank.
This ball is just going to go out of bounds at the Indian 48, between the 48 and 49-yard line. For the Bearcats, will have great field position. So, hey, Travis, if you're hungry while you're watching the game, Pizza Hut has the big box dinner It's back with 2 medium 1-topping pizzas, 5 breadsticks, and your choice of 8 wings, stuffed pizza roller, or Tuscany pasta for just $19.99. You can follow Pizza Hut on Facebook and Twitter to receive special offers exclusive to fans and followers. Give them a call at 573-624-5333. Back to pass, good protection. Complete the chase. Young out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
No,
so about
DJ
a 20-yard
took
completion.
A shot.
DJ
He's down in the backfield.
Dowdy with the hit and a little slow getting up. We got an official timeout as we see Coach Pixley and Bobby Gibbon along with Corey Blocker. Oh, it's not Dowdy down.
Dowdy.
Excuse me.
Who is it? 50.
Maybe Nathan Cox, number 54. And if I'm not mistaken, Nathan may be in for an injured player already. So he's up and walking off on his own, which is good, as he's talking to Bobby and Corey at the moment.
I have to admit, Ed, I was following the play there when Chase made the great reception downfield. Didn't see the hit back here. I wonder if we have a replay on that.
Cameraman's following the ball as well, so with the one camera angle, kind of hard to see all those different angles that you're used to seeing on TV. If I'm understanding the production crew correctly, we may have had a little ADD from the cameraman and didn't quite see all of that play on TV also. So apologize for that at home. And here's the handoff to Joyner. He's brought down by number 67, Bud Hilburn, at the line of scrimmage. Falling forward, it may have a short gain.
Nice shoestring tackle there by Hilburn.
Absolutely. Hilburn didn't give up on the play. He found himself going down to the ground, and it was a short gain, less than a yard. But got his hand up there. Nice tackle, like you said, shoestring tackle, but no give up in Bud. Joyner again, met in the backfield this time by number 22 for the Indians, that being Cameron Harper, assisted by Bud Hilburn again. But we got a loss of 2 to bring up 3rd and 11.
This Kennett Indians defense still's got some life left in it, Ed. A lot of football left to be played.
Absolutely.
Ticking down here at the end of the 3rd quarter. We've got about 40 seconds left. Dexter on top, 19-7.
Coach Pixley talking to his quarterback, making sure he gets every ounce of that play clock out that he can. DJ Dowdy rolls out to pass, complete again. Chase Young right at about the first down marker. We'll see the mark.
I think he's going to be just about a yard short.
You are correct, as they're lining it up on the south side of the 20-yard line, and he needs to get to the north side. So got to bring up, looks like 4th and 3. 2.5. In 4-down territory for the Bearcats.
Absolutely. Officially 4th and 3 on the scoreboard here at Charles Bland Stadium. Big moment in the game here. Kennett really needs a stop to stay in this game. See if
Dowdy
we can
looking
draw
at
him
the
off with a hard
sidelines.
count.
We got a timeout, Bearcats. With that timeout, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching High School Football Live on YHC TV.
At First National Bank, we are committed to helping our communities thrive and grow by providing a solid financial foundation on which our neighbors can build their dreams. Banking decisions are made here in our communities, where we understand the needs of our customers. We service our loans in-house and don't sell your loans off to other banks with whom you have no personal relationship. Come, let us help you reach your dreams. First National Bank, with 4 convenient locations to serve you. First National Bank, believing in community, preparing for the future.
Professional service with care and compassion. We at Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes strive to provide you a respectable environment and services during the time of your loss. We offer numerous services including pre-planning arrangements, memorial family tributes, and webcasting for those unable to attend a service. We will listen to you and your wishes to help plan a celebration consistent with your expectations. Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes in Dexter and Bernie.
And we're back as Dowdy's under center. Hand off to Fells. He tries to get outside. He's met by a host. It breaks a tackle, breaks a second, but ultimately brought down by number 2, Torian Harper for the Kennett Indians, as well as number 5, Harold Whedon. But two tackles broke there by Ryan Joyner, but he's going to be short of the first down by inches, as he did get to the north side of the 20, but they're going to call out for a measurement, I think, now, because it is awful close. He signaled first down Kennett. Then the whistle's blew, and it looks like maybe he's calling for a measurement at the moment now.
Now we're not even going to have a measurement.
Just sticking with the initial call, and so it will be a turnover on downs. Kennett will have the ball with 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter, down 19-7. I think there may have been something about the line and gain crew may have moved the chain already, so they couldn't get an official measurement. Ball goes back to the Indians. Wallace comes out throwing. Nice catch by Brian McPherson coming back for the ball. Breaks the one tackle, but can't break the second. As that is Ethan Stevens from the safety position. A shoestring tackle after a 16-yard gain by the Indians. And a touchdown-saving tackle probably at that.
Could very well have been. Looked like Ethan was the only thing between him and pay dirt.
And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. With that, we're going to take another break. You're watching High School Football Live on YHC TV.
Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance is celebrating our 100th year. We started protecting rural farmers way back in 1910, insuring folks no one else would. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance has been a family business for 4 generations, and we continue that tradition today, providing solid home, farm, and commercial insurance at very competitive rates. When the ice storm hit us, we were out there with you. All of our claims were processed within days, and we will continue to provide the best coverage and the best service for the next 100 years. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance, a century of service.
The Stoddard County Republican Club asks that you support the following candidates on Election Day, this November 6th. Carol Jarrell for the 2nd District Commissioner. Danny Talkington for 1st District Commissioner. Mike Watkins for County Treasurer. Darrell Penberthy for County Coroner. Rob Mayer for Circuit Judge. Dennis Fowler for State Representative. And Doug Leibla for State Senate. Remember to vote November 6th, Election Day, paid for by the Stoddard County Republican Club, Evelyn Griffin, Treasurer.
And we're back as we just got stats from our good friend Brett Dorton, Jason Comfort, Scott Nelson also helping with the stats, and Alan Hedrick down on the field. But their handoff to number 5, Harold Wheaton. Nice run as he broke a couple of tackles, hurdled another, and got about a 6-yard gain. So we'll try to work some third quarter stats into the game, the commentary here between plays and timeouts. Whedon in the backfield again. And Wallace going to keep it. Waits on his man, tries to go right up the gut. Looked like he might be a little short of the first down, but a gain of 1 or 2. Going to bring up 3rd and less than a yard for the Indians.
Through 3 quarters, Ed, it looks like Kennett is being led in rushing by quarterback Declan Wallace. He has 16 attempts for 75 yards. He's 2 of 5 in the game passing with 1 pick for 42 yards.
He's going to try it again. He's hitting the backfield. Gets to the original line of scrimmage. We'll see where the spot is as we see the near sideline judge going to be shy of that Indian 46-yard line on the spot, but I don't think he has to get all the way to the 46 for a first down. So
looks like
they're going to have an official measurement now.
He looks short from here. While we're getting that measurement for the Dexter Bearcats, they are led in rushing thus far by Ryan Joyner. He has 16 rushes for 130 yards. That's his first 100-yard rushing game of the season. Then DJ Dowdy has 9 of 14 with 1 pick for 185 yards. His longest reception for 38 yards. He's been sacked 3 times, but none thus far in the second half.
So the measurement shows it is a first down for the Indians, so they'll take over here at their 40, or continue the drive at their 46-yard line.
Very generous spot there by the officiating crew.
Hand off to number 10, Alex Nelson. He hurdles one, but he's hit by Ryan Joyner immediately while still in the air for a very short gain of about 2.
In receiving, the Dexter Bearcats are led by Chase Young. He has 5 receptions for 79 yards, and Jonathan Fells has 2 receptions for 48 yards. As far as Kennett goes, their leading receiver is Braun McPherson, 2 receptions for 21 yards.
Nelson, this time to hand off to Wheaton. He cuts it back up the gut. Hit by number 32 initially, Noah Cronk, then brought down by Trevor Waldner.
Good hard running there by Harold Wheaton, keeping his feet moving. Picked up 2 or 3 extra yards.
So 3rd and short, going to be 3rd and 1 for the Indians.
Kennett's in 2-down territory here, whether they get it or not. But
keeper by DK, and he's going to be good for the first downs. He's brought down at about the 42, inside the 43-yard line of the Dexter Bearcats. So short, just grinding action, but finding success here for the Kennett Indians.
The problem with that strategy right now, Ed, is the clock is not on Kennett's side.
You bet.
This game has only got 9 minutes and 40 seconds.
So we got an equipment play here as a Bearcat getting his shoe back on. Clock is stopped for this, for those of you watching at home and curious. Okay, now we're set.
1st and 10 for the Kennett Indians.
Wallace pass out, incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete.
To number 32, Ridge Define. I think Wallace like to have that pass back.
I think so too. That was in the dirt.
So that brings up 2nd and 10. Wheaton in the backfield. Hand off to Wheaton. Finds the 4-hole, tackle down at about the Bearcat 37. Reach forward. Looks like he's going to get the spot at the 37. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Indians.
Well, Kennett's in 2-down territory here for the rest of the game, I would think, Ed.
Yeah, unless they're extremely deep, just not to give an easy one to the Bearcats.
Exactly.
Wallace with the pitch back. Wheaton, well played by the Bearcat defense, led by Trevor Waldner. Also in on the tackle, number 50 Chase Snow, and Ryan Joyner, number 10. So Brad Wick coming out is
big 4th down here for the Kennett Indians.
Jonathan Page back in the game for the Bearcats.
Play of the game here for Kennett.
Play clock ticking down.
They just didn't get it off with 1 second.
Back to pass across the middle, has somebody open. Well defended, knocked away by Ryan Joyner, as Alex Nelson was open for a moment, but Ryan Joyner, great reflexes, way to read the ball, was able to get some height on that jump and knock it away. So
almost picked that one off.
Turnover on downs for the Bearcats.
So all that drive netted the Indians was a few added stats and a lot of time ticked off the clock.
Joyner in the backfield. With the handoff up the middle. Tripped up early. Don't know if that was, I think it was number 54, Antonio Primer with
again.
the tackle, but there's a flag.
Not sure what this is.
We got holding against the Bearcats, and it's in the backfield, so they're going to have us first and 20, 21 after they mark off the 10 yards.
A lot of holding penalties tonight, Ed.
So it looks like it's going to be a first and 21 from the Bearcat 28 as they need to get to the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line for a first down. There's Chase Young hit in the backfield, nowhere to go. Great pursuit, penetration there by the Indians. It's looked like the tackle by number 67, Bud Hilburn for the Indians.
I believe that was number 54, Antonio Primer.
Okay, good deal.
He's having a big game on the defensive side of the football for the Indians. And he's the star of the basketball team down there in Kennett, too.
Well, he's the star big man.
That's for sure.
They got several players down there in Kennett. It kind of depends on which game you're watching as to which star is going to be.
Very talented two-sport athlete. And probably runs track, too, I would guess.
Pitch out to Chase. As he cuts back up. Excuse me, that's Ethan Stevens. Brought down almost at the original line of scrimmage, so a gain of about 8. That's number 5, Harold Wheaton, and number 10, Akeem Nelson on the tackle for the Indians.
That was number 3, Chase Young, on the run.
Okay, good deal. Great to see those eyes working for you, Travis, because it is getting more and more difficult to see those black numbers on those red jerseys. But we got a player down right now of the Indians, so Coach Pixley taking the opportunity, as well as Coach Atkinson taking the opportunity to talk to their teams. And so with this player down, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching High School Football Live on YHC TV.
Montgomery Bank is a family-owned bank that has been providing easier and friendlier financial solutions to our customers since 1957. Montgomery Bank and its employees are very proud to be a part of and serve the Dexter community. Our commitment to provide both financial and volunteer support to our area is a part of our corporate culture, which is to give back to the communities we serve. The employees would like to wish the Dexter Bearcats the best of luck this season. To learn more about Montgomery Bank, visit our location at 140 South Walnut or online at montgomerybank.com. Montgomery Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back as the Kennett Indian is up off the field and back on the sideline under his own power there, so glad to see that.
That was number 22, Cameron Harper, the senior linebacker that was injured on the play, but as you said, good to see him walk off under his own power.
Dowdy back to pass. Big rush by the Indians. He gets the play off. Nice catch by Ethan Stevens.
What a
number
catch
7, Ethan Stevens,
by
the freshman, goes up, catches it over his shoulder for a big gain and a first down at the Indian 42-yard line. And here's the replays. You see Dowdy laying it out, or excuse me, Stevens laying out there. Little high fives going on there between Dowdy and Stevens on that.
And give Ethan credit there. That was an outstanding catch. And DJ put it on the money.
Dowdy under center, watching the clock just tick away, the play clock, milking it for all he's got. Indians trying to get the Bearcats to jump. Well disciplined. Joyner with the run as he's hit by 2. Bud Hilburn and number, looked like a Cameron Harper may be back in the game.
Looks
number
like
22.
Yes.
75 also in on that tackle, Devontae Taylor. Joyner cuts back up the middle, hit hard by Wheaton, bounces off. So 67, Bud Hilburn with the tackle after Wheaton tried to knock him down but did not wrap him up. Joyner just spun right off of it, picked up a couple more yards. Here comes that hit right there. 55 or 5 does not wrap him up. There's 67 as well as number 2.
Good job by Ryan there.
12.
Good job by Ryan to roll with the blow, spin out of it, and pick up a few more yards for Dexter.
So that's B.J. Carr assisting Bud Hilburn with that tackle. B.J., son of Coach Carr there at Kennett. Dowdy with the keeper down to the line of scrimmage.
Dowdy kept it himself. He was brought down by the
Might have been a busted play there, Ed.
So with 4th and long, we're going to, Coach Pixley calls for the punt team. And we got a timeout. Kennett Indians. With that timeout, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching high school football live on YHC TV.
Join us throughout fall at the Dexter Queen for your traditional pig basket and your favorite treat of choice. Popular new items on the menu are barbecue nachos and the barbecue tater. And don't forget that new skinny pig. And don't leave without trying our delicious Cyclone of the Month or our banana split. Our traditional hot sauce is now available in 12-ounce squeeze bottles, and Dexter Queen t-shirts are on sale as well. Order ahead by calling 624-2330 and take advantage of our new drive-thru. See you soon.
The Powder Room of Dexter has new ownership, but still the same great bare minerals of Mario Badescu. All new lines featuring Lily Pulitzer and Lottie Dottie jewelry. The Powder Room of Dexter now has women's clothing featuring Gypsy Junkies and Mud Pie, with new lines being added every week. We still offer the same great Princess and Little Divas parties starting at age 3 and up. Don't miss the new Bare Minerals lunch at the Powder Room and Boutique of Dexter, located at 9 East Stoddard in historic downtown Dexter.
And we're back. So we had a little confusion during that timeout with the amount of time on the clock. So it is going to be Bearcats back to punt, 4th and 6. Hunter with the kick.
Not a good punt, but it's getting a Bearcat roll.
And it's going to be down by Trevor Waldner there at about the Indian 13-yard line. Got a couple emails, Travis. First, our good friend Charlie Brown, father Chaz Brown. He's watching on the internet out in San Diego. It's a lot of people here in Dexter land or Bearcat land know I grew up down in Kennett. So Charlie is encouraging me to cheer for my Indians. And so, Charlie, I try real hard, but I still got to live and walk around Dexter. And also, my little guy, Nate, he gets a little upset with Daddy when I get a little too loud for the Indians. But also, Jason Banking down at the Hickory Log. Hey, guys, nice job on the game. Love the replays. Too cool. So, Jason, appreciate everybody watching there. The snap gets away from DK, polices it up. He's going to be brought down at about the 3-yard line of the Indians. So, a loss of about 10. Hey, and then also from Dana Joe Jackson, great broadcast, Ed and Travis. My husband Jerry and I are watching the game here in Dexter. He's a Dexter graduate, and I am a Kennett graduate, so we have different views of how this game is going right now. But that was my nephew, Declan Wallace, who just scored the Kennett touchdown, so I was definitely proud to see that. Since I am sending this email, I'll get to say, go number 4 and go Kennett. Dana, we appreciate the email. Sorry we're a little late in announcing it, but yes, Mark and Leah Joe Wallace, very good friends of mine as well. We're glad to see DK having a good game. So we see Heaton in the backfield, or in the quarterback. Throws it down the middle, got a receiver off at number 25. And as we called his name a lot, Trayvon Bradford. But just, 22, not 25. But Cameron Harper unable to police that pass in. Would have been right at about the first down mark.
Well defended there by Chase Young. A lot of pressures again on DK.
Again, thank you for the email, Dana. At my house, we have a little issue on that, and Kennett Dexter, too, is my little guy, Nate. Dexter Bearcat through and through, but Daddy still bleeds a little black and gold. And there, Whedon brought down on the keeper. Loss of 1, maybe. So we're going to bring up 4th and about 20-21 from the Indian 2-yard line. And I know there's not much time left in the game. And Kennett's going to go for it, so they're kind of saying all stop or pulling out all the stops right here. It's Bradford to be in the backfield with Wheaton. Got 4 receivers spread out. Whedon's going to run it himself. He gets through one first line, but he's brought down at about the 10. Nice hard hit there by the Bearcats. And so it's going to be turned over on downs with 3:37 to go here in the ball game. And Bearcats are going to have excellent field position at the Kennett 10, maybe 11. It's going to be just on the north side of the 10-yard line.
Ed, I have to admit that play call puzzles me. If you're going to go for it out of on your own goal line, why not throw the football, make something happen through the air? The odds you're going to get a first down on a running play that deep in your own territory is slim to none, and Slim's headed out of town.
Well, I don't ever question the coaches. You know, there's an opportunity there. They probably anticipated a pass, so a great opportunity with a big runner like Whedon to catch the defense retreating, and he get his legs going. He starts going downhill, and because Bearcats theoretically should have been falling back, dropping everybody to prevent the long pass. And there's a run, nice tackle there by number 2, Torian Harper for the Indians.
Ryan Joyner running the ball for the Bearcats.
As that clock will continue to tick, 3:20 left in the ball game now. So brings up second and about 10 as the ball's on. Yeah, second and 10. So I guess second and goal from the 7. As I now see what the line and chain gang's got going on over there. So Dowdy milking the play clock down. This time a handoff to Chase Young. Gets a little gap, and he's able
chases into the end zone.
Not brought down yet, but he stood up at the goal line. They said he did not cross it, though. And so he is going to be just on the north side of the goal line there, marked down. So unable to cross that plane, apparently. So it brings up a 3rd down and inches. For the touchdown.
That's about as close as you can come to scoring without scoring.
And you see Jonathan Fells coming in. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Jonathan from the fullback position take this ball. And a big, powerful guy like he may be able to just bring that right over the plane, as it's just right there. Dowdy going to keep it himself. No signal yet. And there's the signal from the far line, Josh. So with 2:08 to go, Bearcats score again to bring the lead up to 25-7 prior to the point after try.
And Ed, that should just about put the exclamation point on this one. Dexter's headed for their first win of the season.
I agree. It won't be a should. There's just not enough time in high school football with 2 minutes to score 3 touchdowns. And so and Kennett recognized that and going for it deep in their own territory with a 4th down.
Right, they really had no choice there.
They needed 2 touchdowns to take the lead, and in order to have to turn it over and stop. As we see number 54, Antonio Primer, hobbling off. And so he's assisted off by the coaching crew there of the Indians.
Obvious ankle injury there on his right leg.
Brad Wicks in to kick the point after try for the Bearcats. Dowdy with the hold, ball down, kick is up. And there's the signal. Point after try is good to bring the lead to 26-7 for the Bearcats. 2:08 to go here in the ball game, as we're going to see the teams line up to kick again. Tonight's kickoffs are brought to you by Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes in Dexter and Bernie. They're dedicated to providing services to the families of Southeast Missouri with care and compassion. Rainey Mathis will take the time to plan every detail and to help relieve the burden of your family during your time of loss. Visit Rainey Mathis Funeral Homes online at mathisfuneralhomes.com. Tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Bagby Investment Consultants in Dexter. Bagby Investment Consultants is a fee-based advisory firm that specializes in giving investment advice, management, and financial planning services. When you're ready to pursue your investment goals, give them a call at 573-624-4771. Hey, it's right there on the screen. Man, that production crew is something else.
Brad Wick lined up to kick off for Dexter.
And Keem Nelson
kick.
Picked up by number 16 in return. That it being Andre Oliver for the Indians. Get about a 3-yard return. They'll take over on their 44-yard line. And that was number 41, Hunter Hayes, and number 28. Don't have a 28 in my book. So not sure who assisted with the Bearcats on that kick. I apologize. So 1:59 to go in the ball game. Whedon still in at quarterback. Hand off to number 25. He gets around the end, turns the corner. Then he stood up by number 3, Chase Young. And number 25, Bradford, with the carry for about 14 yards and a first down.
Looked like a couple of Bearcats were closing in on him in the backfield there, Ed, and they took each other out of the play.
So no quitting these Indians.
No, and you wouldn't expect that from Coach Atkinson's team.
Whedon back to pass. Complete to 32. Turns upfield, and he's brought down. Ridge Define with the reception. Tackled by number 32, I believe.
Noah Cronk.
Or Noah Cronk, but it was number 1, Trevor Waldner, on the stop. 2nd and 2 for the Indians. Whedon looking. Good defense there by the Indians. Bearcats dropping everybody back in the box, but good protection there by the Indians initially. Whedon dropped the ball, and he's going to be brought down for a loss, so we'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Got good play there by linebacker Trevor Waldner.
Kennett sending 4 deep, and Bearcats dropping 8. Whedon with the pitch out this time. Breaks 1 tackle, gets through. Bradford with the nice run, gain of about 4. Bring up 4th and 6 with 42 seconds to go in the ball game. So 36 seconds now as the clock continues to tick. Kennett has no timeouts. Whedon going deep. Intercept, nope, tipped away. Chase Young, so it'll be a turnover. Probably good that he didn't catch that because they're going to turn the ball over on downs up at the Bearcat 37. Chase would have had to have a 35-yard return after that interception.
Would have looked good on his stat sheet, but would have buried the Bearcats deep. So
sure, which
fortunate, as you said.
With 23 seconds, we'll just see Dowdy come out, or I'm assuming, Dowdy's on the field now. We'll see the 1 snap, take a knee, and that'll be the ball game. So congratulations to the Dexter Bearcats on getting their first victory of the season. Pretty tight contest against these Kennett Indians. They look like they still got some fight in them. We'll look to see them in the win column before the season's over in the next couple of weeks. And with that snap, that's going to be the end of it.
Best formation in football, Ed, the old victory formation.
There you go. And so Kennett coaches heading down to do their post-game wrap-up and everything else. We want to say thanks to them and also say thanks to Peyton Burke up here from the Kennett Indians as he's doing their filming, as he's injured, assisting us with some names and some play calling and stuff. So we appreciate that. It's been a great game. We're going to take a quick break. There you see on your screen, Bearcats victorious 26-7. Coach Pixley stays undefeated against the Kennett Indians in 13 tries. And so with that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the game stats.
At Glen St. and Kennett, we have all the GM lines at one location: Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glen St. We're always looking for new customers and friends. Come see us at our beautiful dealership in Kennett. We have a great group of people to work with for your very best deal and to save you money. It does not stop there. We also have great service people that you will enjoy. When you leave, we want you to say, "I like Glen St." Glen St., and God bless our troops.
You'll receive a higher grade of home care from A-Plus Medical Equipment, the only locally owned home medical equipment provider in Dexter and the surrounding area. We offer numerous services to provide for your home medical needs. And coming soon to A-Plus Medical, diabetic shoes. Stop by and see our large selection in our display room. If you're not satisfied with your current provider service, call A-Plus Medical Equipment at 624-2300 or visit us at our location behind the Hickory Log Restaurant in Dexter.
Baker Implement Company in Malden, your local source for everyday hardware essentials such as shovels, tools, mower, and welding parts. now offering all new Case IH apparel for all ages, including kids. Of course, we've got the big tractors, but we have toy tractors too. A great gift for a future farmer. Check out our Bush Hog zero-turn lawnmowers and visit our friendly staff off of Highway 25 south of Malden.
A proven leader dedicated to fairness and justice. Rob Mayer has handled over 2,300 criminal and civil cases during his 15 years as attorney. Rob Mayer believes every citizen who enters our courts deserves to be heard and treated with respect. They want their case handled fairly and in an impartial manner, based on the law and the facts of the case. As your judge, Rob Mayer will be guided by those principles. He earned your trust in Jefferson City. Now let's put him to work at home. Leadership you know, values you can trust. Vote Rob Mayer for Circuit Judge. Paid for by Missourians for Mayor, Nancy Mayer, Treasurer.
For lunch, supper, anytime, the best food in Dexter is always Pizza Hut Wing Street. Our famous pizzas are handmade with all natural ingredients, no fillers, no preservatives. For a quick lunch, try our buffet. Eat all you want. Our delicious pasta selections will soon be your family favorite. And Wing Street wings are perfect for get-togethers. Wing it like a pro. Add potato wedges, dunkers, or mini pies with a 2-liter of your favorite Pepsi product, and you've got a full meal. There's always something good cooking at your Dexter Pizza Hut. Call or order online today.
I think what I want people to know most about me is that I'm not afraid to work, and I'm ready to put my skills to work here in the 25th District and make things better for the citizens and young folks here in southeast Missouri to have an opportunity. Here we are in 2012. It's hard to believe, but I've been in business 41 years now. I'm ready to step out and do some public service. I'm Doug Leibler, and I would really appreciate your vote on Election Day.
Paid for by Doug Leibler for Senate, Herman Stiles Jr. Treasurer.
Folks, if you've not been to the Winchester Place, come in and take a look at this facility. You don't know what you have missed.
We are very proud of this facility. A lot of people do not realize we're here, what we can offer to them, and what a facility we have. And we would like to have people come by anytime and tour us. You won't find a better place to live or better staff to take care of you anywhere southeast Missouri. I'll guarantee it.
We are located at 400 Winchester Drive. Come down Bowman, and we sit on the corner of Bowman and Winchester.
And welcome back again for all you out there rooting for the Bearcats. Got to see the first victory this evening. Those of you rooting for the Kennett Indians, good, well-fought game, but just a little short there. Missed opportunities in the red zone early in the game, first half there in particular. So either way, best of luck to both teams. They got another 4 games to play before that. No, that'd be 8. They got 5 more games to be 9, right? No, this is 5th game tonight. Excuse me. Forgot to do my math at halftime. So 4 more games each before they get that first district game and the seedings there. Either way, but to wrap up a little bit, the team, when you're looking at the stats here, Dexter led in first downs 18-13. When we look at yards rushing, net yards, pretty even. Dexter Bearcats 170 yards net, and Kennett Indians 152 yards net. Net passing, pretty much Bearcats had the advantage there. 206 yards to just 51 for the Indians. So total yardage, Bearcats 376. The Indians had 203. Turnovers, the Kennett had 2 fumbles and lost 1 of them. And both of them had an interception for no return. So with that, Travis, I believe you got some individual highlights for both teams.
That's right. For the Kennett Indians, they were led in rushing by their quarterback, Declan Wallace. He had 20 attempts for 71 yards. And then Trayvon Bradford had 9 rushes for 29 yards. In passing, quarterback Declan Wallace was 6 for 16 with 1 interception for 51 yards. His longest completion was for 16 yards. In receiving, they were led by Braun McPherson. He had 2 receptions for 21 yards. And then Ridge Define also had 2 receptions for 24 yards. For the victorious Dexter Bearcats, they were led in rushing by Ryan Joyner. 19 rushes for 135 yards. Congratulations to Ryan, his first 100-yard game of the season. Chase Young had 6 rushes for 27 yards. Brad Wick, 2 rushes for 17 yards. Jonathan Fells, 2 rushes for 10 yards. Quarterback DJ Dowdy was 10 for 15, 1 interception, 203 yards. His longest pass tonight was for 38 yards. He was sacked 3 times, but all in the first half, and the Dexter offensive line did a good job protecting him in the second half. As far as receiving goes, Dexter was led by Chase Young, as usual. The senior receiver had 5 receptions for 79 yards. His longest reception was for 26 yards. Dexter did a good job spreading the ball around tonight. Jonathan Fells had 2 receptions for 48 yards. Ryan Joyner, 1 reception for 38 yards. Ethan Stevens, a big reception there at the end of the game for 21 yards. And then tight end Jonathan Page playing his first game really of the season tonight after coming back from injury. 1 reception for 20 yards.
And defensively, Kennett Indians were led by Cameron Harper with 9 tackles and 2 assists for 11 total. Followed up there, Toriarn Harper and Akeem Nelson each had 5 tackles. Then Harold Whedon with 4, along with Brian McPherson. Then Brian McPherson had a sack, as well as Jake Teft and Antonio Primer. Those are the 3 sacks you mentioned for a total of 31 yards. Dexter Bearcats led by Trevor Waldner, 7 tackles, 8 assists for 15 total. Leading tackler for solo tackles was Chase Noe with 9 and 2 assists for 11 total. Jonathan Fells, 3 tackles, 8 assists though for a total of 11. Also, 8 tackles by Ryan Joyner, 6 tackles by, who was that, number 51?
I believe that's Logan Quatermas,
yes. Holden Bruce there with 5 tackles as well. So all around, good effort there defensively by the Dexter Bearcats. It looks like Trevor had a 1 tackle for a loss for 2 yards. Chase Noe had 3 tackles for a loss for 16 yards on those. And Holden Bruce, 2 tackles for a loss. And then Logan and Noah Kronk, 1 each. So, again, like we said, defensively, what you expect out of a Coach Pixley team, everybody going after the ball and everybody in on the tackles. So a great effort there collectively by the Bearcats this evening.
Kennett hung tough for 1 half. Both teams failing to finish drives in the first half, Ed. But Dexter really took over the ball game in the second half on both sides of the line of scrimmage. They gave up no sacks. They had no turnovers in the second half. They were finishing drives. Best offensive output of the production. So big win for Dexter. It's a big conference win. It's a big district win. They're going to get bonus points for winning by more than 13 points. So just an all-around good night for Dexter as we get ready for New Madrid County Central next week.
You bet. And the Kennett Indians, they'll be at home next week for their second home game of the year after in week 6. So they're stacked to kind of be at home for a while. But they have the Charleston's Blue Jays coming to Kennett next week. Like you said, we got the Eagles from New Madrid County Central coming here.
No, we go there this year again.
You're correct. I
Dexter's
apologize.
been real road warriors here to start the season. Only 2 home games, 4 total.
Absolutely. And, well, they're only scheduled for 4. And unless we get that 10th game home,
exactly.
Being one of the top 4 seeds in the district there. So, but again, congratulations, Dexter Bearcats, on your first victory. Congratulations, Coach Pixley, on number 13 against the Kennett Indians in 13 attempts. And with that, I'm Ed Gargas alongside Travis Quatermas. It's been a great evening again.
I've enjoyed it, Ed.
Thank you very much for tuning in, and you guys all have a great weekend. Go out to the fair, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks back here at YAC TV.